I cannot wait for this NFL season to come around for 2023, 2024. But it's a lot of holdouts right now, man. People not getting that bag. Well, we got Josh Jacobs, man, say he not reporting to camp, and I think he missed camp today. Saquon barely freaking squeezed in by the skin of his teeth, man, and got a reformed version of the deal that he already had.
1 year, 11
1
plus
year,
million.
11, yeah, man, $2 million signing bonus, whatever, which is super crazy to me because he's worth a lot more. You know, Dalvin Cook hasn't got his freaking team yet, so he's still like figuring out what he's gonna do. They say he might sign with the Bills. Yeah, they say he might sign with the Bills, and Ezekiel Elliott hasn't got picked up yet. Man, it's crazy. And all these running backs, man, had a meeting and stuff, whatever, and it was like talking about the state of the union, man, really, with the running backs. Like, man, do y'all not care about us anymore? We know it's a passing league now going into these newer seasons, bro. We all know it's about the Pat Mahomes and the Lamar Jacksons, and if you are a running back, you got to be a McCaffrey style player. That's the type. You got to run and catch. You know,
him and Austin Eckler,
Eckler, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to be that dual threat type player. So I'm just crazy, man, how this stuff works, bro, because without the play action, man, all that stuff is dead anyway. It's not like you can just pass that stuff 60 times a game or whatever and not run that stuff. You know, for real, you got to be a balanced offense, man, to say the least.
It was actually Nick Chubb, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, and Josh Jacobs. They were all a part of that meeting,
right?
Which they had with the league, discussing the potential, pretty much the insanity of why they can't get paid, why they can't get a decent contract.
Derrick Henry, right? I definitely forgot to say him, but golly, how you don't pay Derrick Henry? How you don't pay him? But go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's crazy because none of them get deals after they get a certain age. That's just how it works. Dalvin Cook right now has not been signed to a team because no team wants to pay him what he feels like he's worth, or probably remotely close. They're offering him little ass contracts, maybe 1 year deal. He's not taking that. Saquon just signed that 1 year deal because it gives him an extra couple, like what, $1 million or $2 million with the incentive that he can make, as opposed to if he didn't and played for the original 10 mil or something. So it just gives him a little bit more money. It doesn't help him in the long run, especially if he gets hurt this year, because you have no guarantees, you have no nothing. That's not going to go a long way. But it's crazy how these running backs are getting treated and they don't get remotely. Like, I'm not saying you should have to pay him maybe $50 million a year or something like that, but I mean, take care of them, man. It's nothing. It should be nothing to give them 25, 30 million a year for these top premier running backs, man. They take the most hits out of everybody. I understand that's where a lot of the injuries come from, but when it resorts to these contracts, it doesn't make sense either, because all those injury stipulations and all that shit, that can all be ironed out in the contract, man. So you play a certain percentage of games, you get a certain amount of pay, and maybe this is where the discrepancies lie. So I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there, but it's just hard for me to believe that something decent can't be worked out. So where these guys are getting way more compensated than what they're getting when they're taking the most punishment out of anybody on the football field. It's just crazy, bro. It's sad.
But my thing is with Saquon Barkley, man, you are 25% of all offensive plays that is being called. 25+%. Josh Jacobs, same thing, 25 plus, almost 30%, bro. League leader in rushing. Come on, man. That's got to count for something.
With Devontae Adams on your team, mind you.
Bro, come on. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have these guys, bro, your offense goes nowhere. Daniel Jones is not going to take you to the promised land. And y'all was quick to pay that man that money. Y'all was quick to pay that man all that bread, bro. Y'all should have broke that shit in half or something. Come on, hey man, let me get this and you get this or whatever, and we make this tag team duo, you know? Golly, bro, y'all not doing anything. Y'all not doing anything or whatever to keep these guys intact, man, with your offense, bro. And then you're gonna try to throw somebody in there or whatever, and it's not gonna work, you know?
Yeah, that made no sense. You were crazy if you were the Giants to not lock up Barkley first before anybody you thought to re-sign or bring back. That is crazy as hell. Daniel Jones had a good year last year, his best year so far as a pro by far. I understand that, but that didn't constitute him making like 40+ million. That's crazy as hell. That's crazy, bro. It's Danny Dallas now, not Danny Dimes. Remember we said that. So where do they go from here though?
I don't know, man. They're just gonna draft another running back, man. There's plenty of running backs coming out these drafts and stuff. So, like I said, they got a 5-year shelf life. Get one of these young scat backs and 12 freaking running backs or whatever. Cut them down to 3 and use the best ones and find one in the waiver wire. And bro, like it's man, I'm telling you, like
that's the thing too. There's always at least
that's how they're gonna make it.
At least
make
3, 4. Yeah, there's always at least 3 or 4 running backs every year that come out of nowhere that just start tearing up the league. So
murder it.
To these owners, these running backs, they're expendable. You know what I mean? They're a dime a dozen. It doesn't matter. We don't need you if you go down. We just replace you with the next best thing, next guy up. That's the mentality on running backs. And the elite running backs, man, nobody can do what they do. They're the elite ones for a reason. They might be only that elite for 3-4 years, but take care of them those 3-4 years. If they have one great season and you just drafted them a year or two ago, fucking pay them straight up. Lock them in for a few years. Let them work for you. They're gonna want to come to work for you more. Hopefully, if they're as long as they're not Zeke Elliott, he's the one. It's because of people like him that got paid, and then
I was gonna say that
we started falling off a little bit. So I guess
mm-hmm.
that kind of bites my narrative in the ass a little bit. But I'm just saying these players got to be taken care of, bro. They're the reason. They're the engines of this offense, man. They goal line backs, bully ball. Josh Jacobs last year, dude. That man ran for like 90+ first downs last year.
Saving y'all ass.
Saving your ass, bro. That's insane. And you can't even get paid to take care of it. Come on, man. Come on. That's ridiculous.
It's pathetic. That's pathetic for real. What is y'all even thinking about, man? Y'all ain't thinking about the team. Y'all need to be thinking about team chemistry. All these things, bro. For real. Those guys bring that stuff every time. You get hit more than any other person, bro, in the freaking game, bro. You get more hits, bro. Straight up.
Pay the running backs. Get your shit together, league.
Right. You got to block. You got to freaking catch. You got to run, bro. Like, damn, man. Pay me 3 times as much as these. Sorry.
That's why I remember Deebo Samuel came out, like a year or two ago, and he was taking a plethora of plays.
Running plays.
And he said something. He's like, if I'm going to be catching running, I need to be getting compensated for it.
Right. For both.
He was a receiver, but he was playing more of the running back. Like Deebo will kill you from anywhere.
Screens and all types of gadget plays and everything. Right.
He was right, man. We got to speak up on that shit, but hopefully in the long run, we'll get to see them taken care of a little bit more. Right. I don't think we're going to get to that point where they get what they fully deserve, but we can always hope, man. Hope and wish for what's best for the players.
Right. Yeah, we got y'all back, guys.
Fucking league makes billions of dollars per year, and we're talking about paying a running back or two.
Right.